Hello and welcome to the first monthly video edition of the Sustainable Organizer's Sunday Tips and Tricks. These video updates are meant to be a helpful aid for implementing many of the tips and tricks that I cover on Sundays on my social media posts. While I will review many of my favorite products, they are not meant to be the only products available, and I am not compensated for any of the products that I will review. They are simply meant as a support to help you make selections for the practices that you will implement maybe in your home. Today is all about single-use paper products such as paper towels, napkins, tissues, and yes, TP. I can tell you that the processes that I have implemented in my home have taken me quite a bit of time to implement, probably close to a year or a year and a half, and that I started with what would be the hardest thing to replace because it's such a part of daily practice, which is paper towels. And part of the process that for replacing those kinds of items is that you have to have a plan. You have to figure out how you use them in your home and what possible replacement options would work in your home, because I can tell you that it's really a trial and error. So when we begin with paper towels, we primarily use paper towels in the kitchen and maybe cleaning the bathroom and the garage for whether it be washing the cars or things like that. But I can tell you that I chose paper towels because I felt like I had a long lead time and it was the more heavy used product in our house. So the way we started is that we started with replacing them with these, which are basically reusable paper towels put out by Grove and many of the other companies, and they're very thin, but they are reusable. The problem is that we kind of destroyed them and they didn't actually function the way we needed them, and they kind of, when they went through the washer, got cleaned, they didn't hold up nearly as well as we wanted. So the next thing we did was we went to what's cloth ones that are rolled in they come in a roll, and these we found were small and that you could use a whole roll like this and still not get some of the jobs done. So, and I knew that wasn't gonna stick in my household. So then the next thing we did is we went to what we call, I guess they're like cheesecloth towels. So they're white towels like this, and they worked out fine. And the way they worked out fine is that I took one of our baskets in the kitchen, which is this one, and I would roll. We'd use them, wash them, dry them, and then I'd put them in the basket for easy to grab. So they have worked out fine, and we have used them, I'm guessing it's most over a year now. And they are easy to wash and clean, and they're easy to have a lot of them. And you might have other dish towels that maybe are holiday towels, things like that, that you find are woefully underutilized, that you might use in the same stance, so long as you have enough of them and that you can put them right into your wash cycle along with the napkins or anything else that you put into this no-use paper. I find that this works with us. It's grab and go, and my family is fully converted. We use towels in the garage now that we deemed that weren't really used very much in the house. Those are the garage towels now, and these towels are basically whole house. We've been able to keep ahead with the laundry. So then the next thing that I basically switched out were napkins. We primarily keep them in the dining room. And so what we went to was cloth napkins, and those cloth napkins are held in the dining room on a cookie platter tray, so that when we are in the dining room, everybody can just grab one. And then what I also put was, I put dirty napkins basket in the dining room, so that when you got done using the towels, they would actually go right here and not be all over the house. What we did for transitioning them was we used up basically the holiday napkins and things like that until we were done using any of the napkins in our house. We do have some bamboo napkins, a box of bamboo napkins for when we have something more than just company. It's like a party kind of thing. I can tell you that if we end up getting takeout and they end up throwing napkins in the bags, we keep those in a napkin holder like this in the kitchen for when you have one of those cleanup things that you really don't want to use a rewashable, you know, whether it be the dog's doing something or what have you. And so we might have Chipotle napkins where you would use one of those for that kind of thing, only as a real backup to having nothing available. The next thing that we replaced were tissues, which is basically, we took and replaced our box tissues like that with hankies, which basically can be washed and dried in along with the napkins and the paper towels. And I actually have a small carrier for tissues that I can keep in my briefcase or keep in my work bag that has little teeny tiny hankies on it, so that basically I can have them with me wherever I am. I can tell you, however, this is not a big implementation thing in our house, as I don't really have full support that hankies are the way to go in my household, but it is a way to put away the tissue boxes and not buy more and keep them out for company only. And the last paper product that took me the longest to figure out what I wanted to do was handy dandy toilet paper. And what I wound up doing is we test drove some toilet paper put out by who gives a crap, pardon me. But we checked out the recycled paper version and the bamboo version, and we've stuck with the bamboo version because one, I guess it's closest to the toilet paper that we were using. So, and it's good for the septic, it's good for the environment. And so, but each one of these, it took a trial and error of product for test driving and making sure that one, it was something that I felt strong about, and that I felt like I had a good implementation program that would help get my family on board with making these changes without major disruption. So I hope that you enjoy this sustainable update. And if you have any questions on whether it be the product or the process, by all means, drop me a line, drop me an email, give me a call, let me know. But I also wanted to say that I will be covering other video projects in the future, such as sustainable kitchen, sustainable bathroom, and other sustainable products that I've reviewed over my Sunday post. So if there's anything you would like covered or anything you have questions about, by all means, drop me a line. As always, have a safe, happy, and sustainable day. Thank you.